Hi Javier, good to see you yesterday. Right, this is what I've come up with. I've done a little bit of research. A couple of friends and posts online are saying what we should be using is chemical cement. It's a product I've used a lot in the past, and I think I have enough left over from another job to do this project, which would be cool because I can give you that for nothing. Right, so the idea is we drill into the blocks a nice broad hole. 14mm is what I've shown here. The idea is of having a broad hole is that it gives you a really good surface area to key into this sort of dusty, nasty, fragile block. We then go in with a threaded, I haven't shown the thread here, but that is a threaded rod. And another company I've used frequently, just going to bring the screen over, they make these things called weld studs. Now that's shown as a very short one, but you can get them decent lengths up to sort of 60-70mm. So we use a nut at the front and back to hold the stud in place while the rail is still off the wall. So we take everything down, we put this assembly into every other hole. I'll explain why in a minute. We then pump chemical cement into this. We then put the track and this assembly back in place, and what's going to happen is that nut and all of this threaded bar within about 20 minutes will be sealed into this epoxy resin plug. We can unscrew this nut and take the bar off. Now what I'm proposing is that we use new holes or the existing holes. We use the old screw plugs there and there, and then we drill out this one. We fix in this one and this one, and then we reverse the process. So we're plugging every other hole until that is set, and then we reverse the process, take out the old screws, unscrew this, create new plugs. So over a sort of repeated process, we end up with these epoxy plugs and stainless steel bolts in every single hole. Having a nice wide plug there is going to stop damage through vibration. There's a reasonable chance that this plug is going to stay in place. Roll plugs, things like that, they end up splitting the brick. This method is not going to force the brick apart. It doesn't require this being screwed in and creating pressure on either side of this barrel. It's just a really nicely fixed in plug. That's what I'm recommending. I've literally been sitting here for 2 hours looking at various options, what we can do, what we can't do. This is the way to go. Drilling these holes is not ideal. It's going to create a little bit of dust, but we can run the hoover on it, we can cover everything up, but let's talk about that. Whether we do both sides, we've got to make a call on that. I think we've got to strip down the main workbench area, have a look at what you've got. If there's any sign of movement, anything shifting in the existing work, we've got to take it down.